MaelstromTier, back punching things in Punch Club. I don't think we can punch that guy. We already talked to him. But we did just win our first fight pretty dang handily, might I say so. So nothing like celebrating by going in and begging for food. Mick, I'm dying. Please. Give me a meal. Thank you. We didn't get our energy back. I believe I've been lied to. But nonetheless, we're gonna go work our butts off. And hopefully have enough to get some food. Actually, I was about to say, I wanted to stop anyways. I believe we have some needed. Oh, it looks like we've got some fun things to do before we worry about our inventory. Because the grocery store is getting robbed. And I feel like I could do something about that. It's time to kick some butt. Against Rob. That's fair. If you were a bandit of sorts. What did you have? Fast reaction. So you dodge faster, but your stamina goes down. Did you use skills? Oh, hey, look, we got our extra. Remember when we got that extra slot and I totally forgot about it? Now we have 2 kicks. I don't know how useful that'll be, actually. I mean, we've got a regular kick and high kick. I don't think our guy will... Maybe it'll combo easier? Nonetheless. We have it. And right now, we're evenly matched, but he's definitely dodging a lot more just because he's got that thing, which makes it a little harder for us to hit him. And okay, this is what I was talking about with the random number generator. Just like, hey, would you like to actually do something? No, I'll just stand here and get my face punched in. It doesn't even matter because as soon as I said that and he said, hey, let's get into action, totally fixed the fight, basically. Okay. Alright. You guys enjoying yourself? Look, even Apu is bored. It kind of actually looks like Carl the more I see it. And, you know, Jay and Silent Bob are not even paying attention. Alright, there we go. That's some Chun-Li kicks going in. I'm not good at charge characters, but certainly can try here. It's just the... Okay. Game, did you forget that you're like... You should have had it in the last round, but whatever. It's fine. I sincerely doubt you can actually go these full 20. Well, maybe you're like turtling. Would love to see some sort of horrible thing, but nonetheless, we won that. I don't want to say handily. That fight was harder than our match fight. You know, the guy that was meant to actually fight us. Whatever. We saved the town, and we're a mighty warrior. You remind me of a dude. And he needs some help. Now we can ask Casey about a job. Another wonderful lawyer-friendly cameo, but we'll get to that right now. I need to go to bed. We didn't even buy food like I was supposed to, but whatever. You can talk to Frank. He's gonna say, hey, I left this thing on the table. All my junk is at your place, and I guess it's important. And here we get a little bit of learning what to do exactly. Like I said before, don't try to do everything. It's just going to hurt you. And we're going for agility to just basically be a nice little nimble fighter. And so it'll tell you, because here's training strength. You want to do like punches and stuff and high damage things. And it says, do strength. Do a little stamina, don't worry about agility. If we're training for agility, we need to do stuff that's got dodges and counterattack things. Some very fun stuff. Also should focus on stamina. Stamina is kind of just really important all around. But strength can fall to the wayside. And we're going to go to the way of the tiger. It's one of our skill trees. It will go down. And stamina is kind of strength. And I don't know, I like the... turtling is fun, but it's like, I don't know. It is certainly not camera friendly. And the more wins and stuff we get, the more skills and other things we can slowly get. Also, fighting is fun. It's a very dodgeball-esque thing to me. But as you can see in our skill tree, it does kind of stop at this first one, and then we open up to other things. We start the boxer stuff, or the turtling one, which is a lot more about being a turtle. We're going way of the tiger, getting cool, fun kick stuff, and apparently also some punches, which kind of confuses me, but I suppose. Minoru in Karate Shikoshi, that was one of his big problems, was like, hey, you rely too much on your kicks and your punches suck, so fix that. We might have to come to that conclusion at some point. Right now, we need to go sleep. Dream about punching things. Could call this game Kick Club, I guess. Instead, we're too hungry. I'm gonna open the soda right in the recording. We did have an extra piece. I'm glad that Mick didn't like yell at us about it. We have wasted time now, like I guess I'll still come here. Like, hey, what's up, my hero? That's cool. I need some stuff. I can go to the gym. Work out. And, I do that Batfleck thing of hitting a tire, a sledgehammer. This is pretty cool, right? We have degraded a little. Our fight isn't until like 2 days from now, but that's fine. Probably want to instead work on, like we said, just right then when I read that book that said don't try to do everything, and now I'm trying to keep everything at a reasonable level. Right now, you know, we're kind of low. Feels unfair when you get up later and you see all these people like, how do they get their stats so high like this? That's, how dare you, computer, cheating. But I don't really, mood I haven't had a problem getting mood except for like losing fights, and that's only that sounds like I'm trying to lie. It's only happened a couple times. Now we don't have food. We could go, or money rather. I guess we don't have food either. Go wasting time. Don't have money, don't have food. Oh good, Dark Fist stuff happening. Wasting my time. I'm also hungry, cat. It's a good thing we're forced to, you know... Looks like a television. Oh boy. Look at that and say, it is our house. I don't understand it. And I mean, that's part of the Dark Fist thing that I won't bother with. I mean, the game will kind of force us to bother with it. But right now, we don't need to worry about it. Alright. Time wasted. Talk to Casey. Some old man does a pizza thing. We've met him. He may have used to be a sailor. And also a Pulp Fiction is going on, so I guess this guy's a coffee shop. So now we can do this delivery job, which I believe is a little faster than the other one. So over time, we don't get as much. Every time that one we got 50, but this one is a little bit faster. But we're going to run out of energy before we can actually do that. Our next fight is today, which is kind of a bummer that we weren't able to totally get it all done. I would really love to talk Frank, because I'm sure that's who's calling me, but man. Trying to say... Smart, wicked, smart boy. Do exactly the thing that we've been saying a whole bunch of times. Don't overfocus. Look at that Kung Fury poster. It's sure it's actually more of a Terminator thing, but I don't know. Probably don't want to spend this whole day sleeping, considering that we have a fight that we need to actually go to. As long as we are just before the whole thing, should be good. I say as we just teeter ever so closely. So our stats are about the same as we were last time, but last time we were like really good. So Hexor Lamacho, you better be prepared, because we're pretty good right now, if I may say so. So far it seems pretty evenly matched. Like, it could go either way. We have a little bit of an advantage, but right now we're just playing footsies. I wish I could be that, you know, Ultra David J. Chinzor. This isn't exactly like a fighting game, though, so I suppose it's not perfect. But first round, we're already halfway down on their side, thankfully. So it's pretty good. We're kind of using a lot of stamina, which makes sense, but I think if we can finish the fight quicker than we can do other things, we'll be fine. Perfect. Right, we get some skill points that we can use into... I would kind of like the don't fall down, but we need to get our agility up first. Skip attacks could be useful, but not as much. Maybe the low kick. Talking so much about it. Although it's like the debilitating part doesn't seem to be as useful. Nah. What we need to do is focus on our stamina. I'm a great big hero, man. Aren't I a cool guy? And also buy food at or it's not as useful, but we can buy pizza to eat right there at Casey's, but we don't really need to. Like, it's not as useful. So I guess we've got $10, kind of. We can go do some stamina training. Speedball. It's the agility one. I suppose we should also sign up for a fight. Make sure that we are constantly on that. I mean, I don't think there's a time limit set exactly. I've heard some people have been able to do this in like 100 days, which seems ridiculous. I've only gotten, with one save file, I've only gotten to about 30, and it's been pretty like exciting in that regard. Nonetheless, got the thing. Now we cannot fall down, so we can like ease up on agility and work on stamina a little more, because that won't ever fall out. So let's hop on the treadmill, work off the rest of our hunger until we're broken and destitute and have to crawl to Mick for any sort of penance. Trying to take a drink as far away from the mic as possible, and I don't even know if that was still successful. But we are hungry. Time to grovel. Please stick. I need something. I mean, Mick. Old men being mentors. How dare they? Alright. Let's go back. Do some more things. We did almost finish one, so we will get money pretty fast. Our next fight is tomorrow, which means we should be probably working on that. But this is where the balance kind of comes in. Alright, stop. Where you need to like constantly be on, go here, do some stuff. Like, I do know we need We might need to go back and work again, or, you know, buy pizza instead of meat, so that we will go home. Really? Are we gonna have to... The only issue about this, the Dark Fist thing is that sometimes it goes, hey, I know that you're trying to do the thing, but here's your extra stuff. Which makes sense. There's a... Oh no, we went here and there was a crime here. I hope that we can't correlate anything to this. Also, there's slime for some reason. And that's it. A fat cat turd. It's pretty good. Now let's waste more time. Come back home. And this is how I operate. You know, eat food and then immediately pass out. Probably don't want to, like... It does stop you so you don't do things constantly. But we want to balance it where they're about equal. And then, I know that I want to do sparring with you. Or rather, hand training. So that we get a little bit. We're not going to get enough to actually get any, like, skills. But it's still useful. Because if we try it again, he'll just say, hey, I'm tired. Come back another day. And I feel like it takes more than just one day to see. I can... Hey, he's like, shut up. Get out of my sight. Instead, we'll just work. Oh, right, this guy wants us to do a thing. Granted, this don't take up any time, so it's not too big a deal. But it will open up a lovely new avenue. Sorry, let me get you out of the way. Yeah, spotting! It's like, cool. It's great. Seems like you are good at fighting. And I'm pretty good at it, too. Well, hey, in addition to the regular fights, there's some underground fights, but I fight ultimately all the time, so I don't know what you're talking about. And now we can do some dangerous ultimate fighting, which, you know, risk-reward kind of thing. So, let us... Let's see. That isn't going to degrade. That is going to degrade more. Just do a little bit of strength training until the day ends. Which will probably knock it down. And if it doesn't, then hey, better for us. Doesn't. Sweet. Let's do stamina. Our fight is today, so we can't forget about that. But if we can get that stamina up to 4, maybe we can get agility up to 5. Possibly. I don't know where I'm going with this voice, but it'll happen. Or we'll run out of time. Almost there. I believe in you. No. Oh, hey, we did manage to get it. Sweet. I believe there is a one of the perk things that you can get to have your preferred thing train faster, but we aren't. I think we're close to it. It's after the next ability or whatever, but we shouldn't worry about that right now. We're probably gonna run out of we're probably gonna run out of time before we run out of food. It is a close bet. Vote on your phones right now. Which one you think it'll be? That is a lie. I don't even know where my phone is. If I knew where my phone was, I'd be playing Love Live. Hey! Not only did we get our goal complete, we got to 5. It's time to do the thing. Let's fight this dude. Bob Dredson, Wooly of Two Best Friends. His stats don't look that scary. My stats are much scarier. Let's go, mister. Oh, I don't know. Let's go is more of a Maximilian thing. All these channels are fairly fantastic. We are doing quite well for ourselves. I feel like we could... The stamina drain is probably more of the turtle motion, but I feel like we could probably do that. There's some fights that definitely have that option in it. Maybe we should focus more on this fight going on right now. Not as much to focus on. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. Finally. Honestly. Kind of surprised there's no cameos out in the crowd right now. Hey, we did get a knockdown out of him, which did some major damage. It's just, you know, at this point, insult to injury. He's down, possibly dead, but we've won, so it's not that important. And now we learned about Roy, who was excited by our fight. And apparently bet on us, so I guess drinking is a good time. Let's do that. And I guess we'll meet some very famous lawyer-friendly characters. Hello, Tyler, who seems like a good guy and seems to love to go on in weird, long-winded monologues about society. Yeah, exactly. I just want to, you know, relax a little and go home and train. I don't really care about all of this villain prattle. Alright. Before we go, do you have enough to get this backhand high punch, which it's not a kick, but it's by just all virtue 7-5, and what are we using right now? Just the regular kick, 4 and 2, so it's better, and it definitely gets us to our next spot. Yeah, there's that thing I said. And as well as red sneakers, Trials of the City in less time, it could be useful. That is not important right now. What is important is this has been another episode of Fight Club. Punch Club. This guy's Fight Club. This is Punch Club. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. If you've enjoyed it, go ahead and click that like button because it's very useful. And if you enjoy seeing videos like this, or Isaac, or maybe some other stuff, trying to get variety, then, you know, subscribe because I, MaelstromTier, will be having those. And I'm also on Twitter and all the other fun stuff, radio and junk, you can see in the description below. But nonetheless, I will flex my muscles, and I will see you next time.